Hello, everyone. This is Sabrina Kadri from Feng Shui and Prosper.com, and this is the first of the video series of the long-awaited and long-promised information with regards to my 2015 Feng Shui and Astrology calendar. I do apologize that it's taken me this long to do it due to scheduling and workload, but I've finally gotten around to getting this started off for you guys. So this is the second year that I've done my annual Feng Shui and Astrology calendar, and this is the beautiful cover that I've had designed for my 2015 one. And it says here, your guide to auspicious dates for your important activities. And this is really the main reason why you need a Feng Shui and Astrology calendar. If you are a more than just the average Feng Shui enthusiast, this is a really good tool for you to start doing some basic date selection for your important activities. Now, I'm stressing basic because real date selection actually takes a lot of other information, and the advanced date selection course that I took, there's other very important and very pertinent information that needs to go into the calculation, especially for important activities like launching your business, signing a very important contract, getting married and things like that. The really big life-changing events, I would still recommend that you go to a properly trained consultant who can do the date selection for you. But for day-to-day activities such as sending out resumes, doing your business meetings, doing your talks or any marketing blitzes or anything like that, this tool will be a nice way for you to start off. Okay, so I'm just going to go through some of the pages here. So this is the personal record page, and this obviously is for you to put your name and date of birth and whatever, in case you lose it and someone finds it. Because once you get this calendar, which you can get on my website, fengshuiandprosper.com, you can print this out, so you'll have it handy on you. This one, the house facing direction, if you've looked at my previous video, you will learn how to figure out your house facing direction, which ultimately determines the energy of your home. And sometimes once you've taken that direction, you want to just note it down somewhere. This is a really good place to do it. Okay, office direction. If you work in an office or if you have your own business, you want to also take a compass direction of what direction are you facing when you're sitting down working. So either, most people when they're sitting down working, they're looking at the computer. So look at the computer and look at the compass and figure out what direction you're facing. Or if you're at the cash register most of the time, figure out what direction you're facing as well. Over here, best directions in 2015. I will actually do a separate video on this. Most of you are familiar with how to calculate your Qua number. And that means everyone has 4 good directions and 4 not so auspicious directions. And even though you have 4 good directions, it doesn't mean that you can tap into all 4 every year. And that video is going to address that. Okay, and then the rest will be the regular stuff that you would have in a calendar such as this. And now we need to go to a website. So how do you determine your Chinese astrology? This is a very important piece of the information that you need in order to use this calendar properly. So you're going to see, if you go into, as I mentioned here, this is the website address where you can go to get a Chinese astrology calculator. Okay, so we're going to go there. And I'm going to share my screen so you can see it. Okay, so this is the page that I have on my website. It's my recommended resources page. So use this free tool to calculate your 4 pillars of destiny, also known as 八字 in Mandarin or 八气 in Cantonese. So you pretty much just plot in your year of birth. Okay, so let me do my daughter. Oh, I have to do it here. Okay, let me do my daughter. She's 2007, born in February, and the day is 26, and she was born 10 p.m. Okay, now calculate. So this is her Chinese astrology. It's good to know the year that you were born. Okay, most of us, we know that already, but other very important information will be the month that you were born, day that you were born, and the hour that you were born. This is why it's called the 4 pillars, because this each time period signifies one pillar. Okay, and I will go through with you in terms of what do you do with this information for the year, month, day, and hour, and how you can use it in your calendar. But first and foremost, the most basic date selection is, now that you know that you're born, for instance, for my daughter, born in the year of the pig, go back to the calendar, and I'm going to toggle my screen here again. So we're back at the calendar here. So my daughter, remember, she was born in the year of the pig or the boar. Her clash date, her clash astrological clash sign is the snake. So this is her personal break days. So go through your whole calendar and strike off all the snake days. Cross it off, because these dates are not good for you personally for important activities. So for instance, let's go to February, because we're in February now. Okay, sorry, March. Okay, so we're in February now. So for my daughter, she needs, I did this in English, by the way. Last year I did them in Mandarin, which was very confusing for a lot of people. So this year I'm doing it in English in terms of the element of the day and the astrology of the astrological animal of the day. So for her, February 10th is not a good day. That's a snake day. And February 22nd is not a good day. So you can see in this month alone, just for her astrology, these are 2 weekdays for her. So these are the days that she shouldn't do, any big important activities. Okay, so that's just the personal days. And now let's go to the next step is choose the right date for the right activity based on the 12-day officers. So the day officers in Chinese is called Donggong, and it pretty much gives us a really good idea in terms of what's the general energy for that day. I won't go through everything here. Once you have your calendar, or if you get a free sample month on my website, then you will be able to read through this in full. But the 12-day officers, I'll just go through it really quickly, are establish, remove, full, balance, stable, initiate, destruction, danger, success, receive, open, and close. Okay, and down here, for instance, for establish, it's great for starting business negotiations or any other important negotiations. Also good for seeking medical treatment, starting a trip, or start a new project or study. So these are, so if you see in a date that it's an established day, these are the activities that are better for it. Okay, and I'll go back to the calendar. As you can see, that this is where I have the 12 officers right here. Success, receive, another receive, open, close. Like for instance, close, you know, it's not a great day. So the close and the destruction and danger are generally dates that you don't want to use. Okay. And the next thing is other general dates to avoid. Okay, so you're going to see this section here. I have already noted down throughout the calendar year breaker days and the month breaker days. Okay. And I've noted here, the month breaker days are generally less auspicious than the year breaker days. So, for instance, for my, so if you look at the calendar again, I've noted the year breaker, month breaker, and another year breaker here. And then the next month as well, year breaker, month breaker, and year breaker and month breaker. The month breaker changes depending on the month that you're in, but the year breaker, if you realize, is always on an ox day, because it's the year of the goat or the sheep. Then the ox days are afflicted. Okay, that's also not a good day to do your important activities. And now this is, we're going to the, so far we've covered the astrology portion of the calendar. Now we're going to go through the Feng Shui portion of the calendar. This is the 2015 Flying Star and Yearly Affliction. This is a general outlook for the year. This is a great reminder, just in case you're not sure, hey, where's the Grand Duke? Where's the 5 yellow? Where's the 3 killings? And where's the year breaker this year? So as you can see, Grand Duke is in the southwest. And here I have telling you what you should and should not do in the southwest in 2015. The 5 yellow is in the west, and that's the one that you need to really take care of, because as classical Feng Shui consultants, especially the ones trained in Flying Star Feng Shui, 5 yellow is the one that you need to watch out for. 3 killings is in the west, and the year breaker is in the northeast. And here I have a little compass to tell you where everything is. Okay, and actually, if you can see, I should have mentioned that the 3 killings is in here as well. That's why the west direction is weak, because it's got the 5 yellow here, 5 yellow in the west, and the 3 killing is also in the west. Okay. And here I have the general 2015 Flying Stars energy, as well as the yearly affliction. So I have the general, again, this is a very general idea of the energies in all these 8 directions in your home. The reason why I'm stressing general is that this is only the annual energy for your home. Once you combine it with your permanent energy of your home, which is triggered by the time that you move into your home, it can either make the auspicious energy stronger or weaker, and it can also make the negative energies stronger or weaker. So when I do my consultation, I look at the combination of the permanent and the annual energy, okay? But for basic Feng Shui purposes, it's good to be reminded what's the annual energy for the year. All right. And then this is the page for the monthly flying star feng shui chart. And you're going to see I have like number 2 here, holds prosperous energy for wealth, can boost creativity, increase usage here. And so I'm going through my recommendations from number 1 all the way till number 9. And in Flying Star Feng Shui, each of this number means a certain dominant energy, be it positive or negative. And you want to be vigilant if your main door, kitchen, or bedroom has these inauspicious energy. So how do you use these numbers here? So if you go to the monthly chart, this is the monthly energy for January 6th till February 3rd. So if you're asking me, why is it not January 1st till February 1st? It's because we're using the lunar calendar, the Chinese calendar. So I plotted that out for you here. Oh, and by the way, just to help you keep track of the first day of the Chinese lunar calendar, I've also colored this box here. So this is the first day of the Chinese month of the goat, Ding Chou, Yin, fire, ox. So this is the Chinese character for the month, and this is what it is in English, Yin, fire, ox month. Okay. And so from January 6th till February 3rd, number 5 is the energy that is the most afflicted. So number 5 is in the southeast this month. If your front door, your kitchen, or your bedroom is in the southeast, it's visited by number 5 this month. And the general recommendation for remedy number 5, going back here, is place as much metal element as possible. Okay. And for the same thing, if the next thing that you want to remedy is also number 7. We have found number 7 to be a pretty malevolent energy. So if the number 7 for this month is in the northwest, if this is any important space at all, this is how you remedy it for the month. Usually means backstabbing, robberies, emotional turbulence, and even illness. This is what the number 7 usually means. When it's combined with a permanent energy, it could mean something else. But generally, this is what it means. And what you do is you remedy with water here. So for this house, for instance, in this month, if, I would put the metal in the southeast and a water, not a water element, just a bowl of water would do, okay, in the northwest. So that's pretty much how you go through the calendar. First things first, you cross out all the personal breaker days, and then for instance, let's say if I have, let's go into March here. Okay, let's say I'm my daughter. I know not to use, where are the snake days? February 2nd and not to use February 10th. Okay, so those months are crossed out. Let's say I have an important meeting. Okay, I'm not going to do it in a yin breaker day nor a month breaker day. Okay, so those dates are off as well. So for meetings, it's good to have try to go for a success day or an open day or a full day. Initiate's good as well. Balance and stable is also good, although not as strong. Okay, so let's say I need to do the meeting next week. We're the 4th right now, so next week would be here. So the best dates, the best dates, just based on the information that I have shared with you, I can do this, February 9th, And I can still do this one, the sheep. The sheeps after February 19th, which is Chinese New Year, will actually be afflicted now. But before Chinese New Year, a sheep day is still okay. Okay, so those are the 2 days I could use to do my dates as those are the dates that I could use to do my meeting. Now, in my next video, I will go a little bit more in depth so you can get a little bit more into the nitty-gritty of date selection in terms of how do you determine your heavenly wealth day, and which is great for money-related activities. So anything for sales and marketing, anything for to increase visibility, to maybe ask for a promotion, to send out a resume or do your job interviews. Those are great. Those are your heavenly wealth days. And also heavenly doctor days. So heavenly doctor days are really good for medical related activities. So it could be setting up your appointment, or to see a doctor, to see or to see your healing practitioner, or starting a good eating regimen or anything like that, right? So those are the things that would be good for a heavenly doctor day. So those need a little bit more explanation, but I will do that in my next video. And so keep your eyes on the space. And if you have any questions with regards to the calendar, feel free to email me at safrina@fengshuiandprosper.com. And if you want to get this calendar, it is available on my website in 2 formats. You can have it in a PDF format, download it and print it off. Or if you like it to be, nicely printed and, in a nice, an actual book format, you can order the hard copy, and it's going to be printed and shipped off to you to your address. The information is on my website. Again, it's www.fengshuiandprosper.com. If you're still unsure whether or not you want to get the calendar, I do have a free sample month available right now. And you can print it off and use it for February and see how you like it. Again, thank you so much for your time. And I'll talk to you guys soon. And in the meantime, take care.